guys, welcome back to another travel vlog. Today we're going to be exploring Antigua. This was the third capital of Guatemala before they moved it to what is now modern-day Guatemala City. Antigua was founded in the early 16th century by the Spanish colonial government. Nowadays it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This colonial city has Spanish Baroque architecture and various colonial church ruins. Antigua was one of my favorite cities in Guatemala because I do love history and I do love seeing ruins. In this city, there are multiple colonial church ruins throughout the city. So today, we're gonna go explore those ruins. This is La Recoleccion. This was a former church and monastery, and it was constructed in 1701. This used to be the entrance to the church. Unfortunately, this church and monastery had been hit by multiple earthquakes, as you can see all the rubble and ruins that were left behind. They did try to reconstruct it a few times in the past, but eventually there was just too many earthquakes and they abandoned this church and monastery. Here's another entrance to the church. And now we'll head into the monastery. This must have been their courtyard. And here's another courtyard. I'm not sure what this would have been. Is that like a train? And this is closed off. We can't go back there. I'm not sure what this room would have been, but I really liked the artwork on the ceiling and the sides of this building. Oh, look at all the artwork. This ruin is the Capuchinas. It was an 18th century convent and church. These ruins were hit by a couple of earthquakes in the 1700s. The convent was housed by 25 nuns. Here is the parlor room leading into the church. watching down there scared. It's fake, right? Yes, there was a crypt and I was scared that it was actually real. It was not real, and yes, I am a scaredy cat, so I did not like the crypt at all. And here we are going up to the second floor. God, that was so freaking creepy. And this was such a beautiful view. Oh, this is the top balcony. Now we are heading back towards the convent, and there were a lot of artifacts that they were still working on. Here is their kitchen. Dang. And oh my gosh, here is a basement that I was trying to avoid. Basement, oh my God. So let's go check upstairs. And these were the cells that the nuns used to live in. I believe each of them only had like a bed, a side table, and a chair, and that was all that they were given. And this was a nice outdoor view of the courtyard. And oh my goodness, yes, that is a creepy nun in that room. Not gonna lie, this place gives me the creep. Here is their bathing area. And this is the courtyard. So I think I've just about covered everything here, except for the basement. So let's go. The temperature down here was pretty cool. I read that the basement was either to store food or for all the nuns to get together and sing. Now we are headed toward the Santa Catalina Arch. This arch connected two convents. Nuns took vows of seclusion, so they couldn't be seen by the public, and this arch allowed them to cross between the two convents. It was built in 1694, and it is iconic for Antigua because it has survived multiple earthquakes. There was a nice little pub by the arch where I stopped to grab some snacks and a drink before heading on to my next destination. This is the St. Joseph Cathedral. The front portion of this cathedral is still intact, and the church is still open to the public. In the back of the modern-day church are the ruins of an old Roman Catholic church. This church was originally built in 1541, and just like all the other ruins, it was demolished by earthquake. I really liked the carvings that were still here. Oh, look at that. See the coloring. Well, just when I thought I was done with these ruins, the gatekeeper asked me if I wanted to see the crypt. Before I said yes, I asked if there were any corpses down there. And here they are laughing because no, there are no corpses down there. So I decided to go. So let's go down into the crypt. I was so relieved that there were no flashing lights and it was very well lit in here. Next up is the Santa Clara Convent. This church and convent was founded in 1699 by nuns. Hola, ¿puedo ir ahí?
Sí, puede pasar aquí mismo acá.
Oh,
Sí.
gracias.
No.
courtyard.
Oh, what the heck is this?
And look at these structures that just fell on the pathway. And here's the church. And I'm not sure what that's all about.
Ew, what the hell is in there?
Let's go see what's behind this doorway.
Oh.
This leads onto the pulpit. Let's go see what's down the hallway. So I think this must have been the parlor.
Oh, it's a crypt. I think this is good. I want to go in. Okay, let's go.
So once I got into the crypt, the camera started to blur out.
Gosh, it's blurring out.
And I ran away as fast as I could.
Upper choir.
Let's go relax by the water fountain for a little bit. And here's the exquisite exterior of the church. The last ruin that we will visit for today is the Casa Santa Domingo. This was a church in a monastery. It was built in 1538. Nowadays, it has been converted into a 5-star hotel.
Hello. Do you guys talk?
The hotel had some statues for exhibit, and the eyes in these sculptures were very captivating and very realistic. this used to be the kitchen area. After making my way through the front entrance of the hotel, I finally came across the ticket booth. They do still have parts of the ruins up, and they also have museums for you to see. Alright guys, the last crypt for today. This reads, burial of people is always done with the head pointing to the east and the feet to the west. These remains of a man and a woman, along with the wood, material, and nails shown here, were found under the floor. When clerks died, a wake was held for them in the Chapel of Riches. They were buried in the floor of this crypt with their habit and rosary in their hands. In the moment of burial, the covering scapulary was taken away. As space became limited inside the crypt, the older human remains were removed from the floor and deposited in corner spaces as shown here. This looks like it used to be the church, and they were also setting up for an event for this day. And here is yet another museum. The hotel had rescued parrots, which were really cool to see. These parrots would most likely not survive in the wild, and so they are being taken care of by the hotel. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.